Well, a good Friday evening, everyone. It is a Friday, and often on Fridays, I like to give a weather extra about the long range forecast. And I'll tell you what, it is cold right now, but a pattern change is coming our way. Do you remember in my wintercast, I talked about how December would be our coldest month compared to averages through the winter? I still kind of stand by that. Yes, it's been cold recently, but boy, we have a turnaround. And if you remember in my wintercast, I talked about a back and forth January. We did hit the upper 40s earlier this week. We're in the deep freeze now, and it's going to get warm again. Now, the only thing about my back and forth is the fourth may last for a while. Let's go ahead and now we're taking a look at the GFS. This is 500 millibars and how it differs to average, the anomaly. You can see a trough in the eastern United States, and this is the cold weather pattern that is swinging through for the weekend. So here we go. There's a trough on Saturday evening, Sunday. And you know, and a lot of times you got to watch this pattern when you have a ridge over Alaska for cold air to sneak into the United States. And there's a change coming our way, though. Watch what happens to that ridge. It retrogrades a little bit. We have a discharge next week of cold air into Western Canada and then on into the Western United States, but we have a ridge building in the Eastern United States. And that ridge gets beaten back a little bit here, tries to next week, but then watch what happens in Alaska. You see that trough developing there? Well, we have this huge ridge along the East Coast. Yeah, we may have a little setback briefly next week, but this ridge looks like it means business. And you can see these heights. This trough over Alaska usually tells me that the Arctic is shut off for the eastern United States. And you can also see these lines coming in off of the west coast of Canada, and that's going to flood Pacific air into Canada. There's a pretty big thaw coming our way for the southern half of North America, from southern Canada. Look at this as we head on into mid-month. This is Saturday evening on the 15th. We have all this westerly flow across Canada. We have a little trough in the west, but still a ridge in the east. We'll go out to 10 days. Ridge in the east, big trough over Alaska. I'm going to take it even farther down the road. There's a ridge getting beaten down again. And don't get me wrong, it's January. We're going to have some back and forth, but primarily I see an overall warmer pattern for a while in the month of January, though if you look here toward the end, this here, and we're talking 15, 16 days out, gives me hints that, yeah, we're going to have, toward the end of the month, we're going to have some colder air try to move back in. So it is going to be a back and forth, but that fourth is going to be up for a while. Here's a European. 500 millibar, height anomaly, same thing. Trough moving through the east with the cold weather pattern this weekend. Ridge over Alaska kind of retrogrades. We have another discharge of cold air into the western United States. And that's something I'm watching out for because I'm going to be reporting. I'm on vacation, but you're going to hear a lot from me next week. I am at the Glenn Gerberg Weather and Climate Summit at Breckenridge, Colorado. So I'm going to learn a lot about meteorology and spend some time on the slopes. I'll do a lot of lives out there too. All right, so look at this. This is the next Thursday night. Look at that ridge over the eastern United States. We have a big thaw coming our way. Low heights over Alaska, a lot of flow from the Pacific Ocean. Let's go 10 days out here on the European. Still has a pretty good ridge. And again, trough over Alaska. So in the middle of January, it seems to me that we have a pretty good thaw coming our way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the GFS snow depth. This is an interesting one. We'll go forward in time. So here is this weekend, and we get some. There's that snow in this is Sunday morning. There's that snow in the southeastern United States. We're really not going to get anything here. We're just going to have some flurries. And for them, though, you get 6-8 inches. That's a disaster for them. They don't have the snow cleaning equipment. But I want you to watch as I scroll through time here. Do you see what's happening to the snow cover? I'm a skier. I don't like seeing this, actually. And when you get rid of snowpack, that helps feed back some warm air. And here we go. I'm going to go 10 days out. Do you see really no snow? going to go even farther out. Yeah, there's a lot of loss of snowpack in the United States itself. And then a little, again, day 15, 16, we'll have to see if some cold air tries to make a comeback. So couple of last things here. Here's the GFS temperatures compared to average. There's that cold weather over the weekend. And boy, it is going to be cold on Sunday. We're talking departures from average about 10 to 20 degrees. Here's Monday, still cold, but the cold starts easing up. Tuesday, temperatures start to get to near to above average for the middle of the week. We have a little surge middle of next week. Try to beat it back a little bit on Thursday. And on Thursday may be a sneaky cool day, though the GFS says no, it's going to be warm all the way through. I think Thursday could be a cool day, but don't get me wrong, it's going to be mild again toward the upcoming weekend. All the cold air, gets locked to the north with just small little intrusions. And when you see those orange colors, those red colors, that's above average. That's day 10. Here's day 11, 12. If you like cold weather, this is not the winter for you. Now, I can see kind of a turnaround here down the road. This is day 16. Get a ridge over Canada. You get some warmth up there, and you start to feed the cold air into the eastern United States. So winter's not over. But boy, are we going to have a January thaw. Here's the GFS ensemble temperatures. This is the 32-degree line, and you can see, for the most part, temperatures running. Most of the members keeping temperatures above freezing for a while on through the middle of the month, and there may be a turnaround later in the month. All right, I hope you have a great weekend. I'll look for some reports from me and some posts from what I learned in Colorado when I'm out there next week.